Happy Friday, everybody. We crushed the market. If you look at my video from yesterday, you see what I started with. I told you buy natural gas, buy BOIL or other UNG ETF. Whatever stocks I told you to buy are green. Natural gas up 1%. I told you to sell gold. So gold was down 1.48%. If you watch my video, I said I'm taking profits on gold. Exactly dumped. And then I told you to buy IWM US 2000 up 3.6%. You can see gap up and up 3.6%, filled multiple gaps. And also, what else I told you to buy? Let's quickly see. I told you to buy financials. I told you to buy Nike 4% up. I told you to buy Disney 2.4% up. I told you to buy financials 2% up. Healthcare 1.2% up. All my stock picks are doing great. And again, guys, if you're liking this video, liking the content, please hit the like button. It only takes 1 second to hit the like. Please share with your friends and family and subscribe to the channel. If you're making money, you want to thank me, you can donate. There's a PayPal link in the description. I'll really appreciate your donations. All right, so VIX got crushed. This is Friday crush VIX. It's at 14, below 15. Last time we were below 15. We're here around 30 June 2021. And below that we were in bull market in this entire 2019 to 2020. Okay, so it does look like we're in a bull market, but we got to be very careful. Why we need to be careful? Because I show you my famous chart. Look where we are. We are in an extremely overbought position, extremely overbought circumstances. This is MES, this is S&P 500, entire US stock market. It can still go as high as close to top purple, but as soon as we're above this dotted line, we got to be very careful. This rotation is around 5.76%. It can go up to 6%. Let me show you how it looks like. You can see every time we are about around 6%, that's a good time to reverse. You can see we came here around 6% reverse. You can see bottom 6% reverse, bottom almost 6% reverse. Here 7% reverse, 6% reverse, 9% reverse, 6% reverse. You can see, and also keep an eye on this top upper line. Okay, keep an eye on this top upper line. Every time we are close to this top upper line, it's time to take profits. Here, we time to take profits. Here we came above this dotted line. Anytime we are between dotted line and purple line, this is the time you should be looking to sell. So look here. Came above dotted line, sell. Came close to dotted line, sell. Came above dotted line, sell. Above dotted line, sell. Above touch dotted line, sell. Even in bull market here, where it came very close to 16% rotation here, came close to above the dotted line, sell. So what I'm trying to tell you guys, this is not the time to be long. Although market can still go up to 4300, 4377, it can still go there, but the time to buy is gone. The time to be bullish is gone. You can still, I think, financials and healthcare we will discuss soon. They're still pretty down. They can still rally a bit, but stay away from tech stocks, stay away from S&P 500. Look for the sectors within S&P 500 to buy. We're going to discuss some of the sectors today. And I had to update my chart a bit, MES chart a bit, cycle chart a bit, because of the latest finding. So looks like this purple line, Russell 2000 got bottom a couple of days ago. So looks like the bottom is in on Russell. So so now we're getting a rally. We will review Russell very soon, but looks like this bottom happened here, and now we got this bounce, and I'm looking for a pullback. So again, this mid of June to late June, I'm expecting some pullback. It's not going to be that big. I'm expecting for a pullback for another bounce to around, I have to update this upwards target to around 4350. Before it was 4300, around 1%, 1.5% higher. Because of this rally, we did not get bigger dip in May, but we can get that dip in June. Okay, so gotta be careful here. This is not the time to be hero. Wait for the dip. Okay, and I draw this Fibonacci retracement. At minimum, I'm looking for around 4128, around 4130. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Looking for this pullback. There are 2 cycle lows coming, 3 cycle lows are coming here. So looking for some pullback here. Then we're going to have another rally late summer, and then it's going to be a significant risk later on in September, October. We'll talk about that when that time comes. But for now, looking for pullback. So keep an eye on that. SPY. Let's quickly look at the ETF. Gapped up. These green lines are gaps, yellow lines are gaps. Also, it closed this gap. which was there for a while. Let me hide these SMA lines so it's clear. You can see this gap was here. If I go to 1 hour chart, let's go back. I want to show you where that gap is coming from. Give me a second. I have to go back a bit. You can see this gap here. No, not here. To go even before this. Okay, I don't see it here. Let me quickly go. Sometimes this trading view software does not act right. So sometimes these gaps, when I plan, okay, here's when I plan these gaps, these this show before the gaps are there, but then somehow it gets erased. So it looks like there's a glitch somewhere in the software. So, but you can see this big resistance here. There was a gap here. There was a gap here around 427, and this top here, it's made a new 52-week stop. So it looks like S&P 500 made a new high, and we can now get rid of this purple line, sorry, yellow line, and now we are in a big resistance zone. Okay, so if I go to weekly, let's quickly look at weekly chart. You can see we are right around a big zone here. Okay, and you can see this massive move. Not a lot of pullback in this move. You can see what's going on here. We go straight up, we need some cool down, guys. Even in a bull market, when we go straight, we need some cool down. We need some cool down. Even in bull markets, we cannot just keep going straight. You can see there are chances we need slight dips. We cannot just continue going straight always. Okay, so keep an eye on this. This move looks really parabolic. We definitely need some pullback, and this is not the time to long. Just keep an eye on the gaps we have. Okay, if I now go to 1 hour chart, hopefully it will work. So you can see there's a massive gap up today, 421. There's a gap, another gap here around 406. There's another bigger gap around 395. These gaps will be filled. So why you want to buy now? Wait for, I know it can take a while to fill these gaps, but what if it starts tomorrow, this decline? Okay, so be careful here. This is not the time to be hero. And again, I keep telling you same thing. Although market keeps pushing higher, but still you gotta be very, very careful here. Okay. Okay, so now going to triple Qs, Nasdaq. So which is MNQ made a new high again today. And also I want to show you something on Nasdaq. Again, you can see it's again above purple line. This is the time to sell. Nasdaq is above purple line. This is not the time to be hero. Time to take profits. This move is very parabolic. You can see this purple line very close to the top. This is where you're supposed to take profits. Okay, this is not where you're going to be looking to buy Nasdaq. So let me find MNQ chart. Let's see where I can get that. Here's the MNQ chart. You can see still looking for this dip. It keeps going higher. Still divergence on you can see here, if I draw this chart right, EPO still showing some divergence. RSI looks like it burned through all the divergences, maybe slight divergence, but yeah. But again, this is a parabolic move, and if I draw this lines, SMA lines, you can see how far away it's from all these lines. Okay, just going straight up. If you go to weekly, look at this, guys. This is unbelievable rally, right? This is not the time to buy. What if you get look at the times we got dump. Okay, let's draw the percentage here. We got this dump from top to bottom, 10% almost. Even in bull market, top to bottom, 12% dump here. Okay, even here, let's see. Even in bull market, guys, look here, top to bottom, 8% dump. Here, let's see, top to bottom, I think it's here, 14% dump. Do you want to be, why don't you wait for this? Let's see if let's take an average of 10% dump. So a 10% dump can take us to around 13,000. Okay, wait for this dip, guys. Don't be FOMO. Don't FOMO in. And also I want to show you something what happened to NVDA today. It was pretty scary. Look at 1 minute chart of NVDA. Look at this dump. You see this market just dumped like within few minutes. Okay, here you see this, it opened from 405 to 391 within like 10 minutes. from here to the bottom, market dropped 3.5% in like 10 minutes. So and what that did to Nasdaq, you can see Nasdaq in the morning, just NVDA. This is just one stock driving the entire Nasdaq down. You can see one stock. Nasdaq was down 1% because NVIDIA was down 3%. So what I'm trying to tell you, these parabolic moves in NVIDIA, just if NVIDIA starts to cool down, it will drag all tech sector down. So be very, very careful here. That's my message here. So again, going back to Nasdaq, let's go back to MNQ chart. You can see Nasdaq looking for some cool down here, looking for cool down, then a bounce, and then eventually go lower. So looking for this to top out very, very soon. That's on Nasdaq, triple Qs. Let's see on 1 hour chart. There's another top very soon coming. Actually, this is a gap. I did it myself. You can see this gap here. This gap here. This morning I did it around 357. It is possible on Monday we can test that gap and then start to top out and then go down. And then on 1 hour chart, you can see there are many gaps here. Gap at 332, gap at 317, 312, 307. Multiple gaps there, guys. So eventually these gaps will be filled. At minimum, this gap will be filled around 332. So that will be my first target at minimum. I don't know when that will happen, but eventually that will happen. So just wait, just be patient. Put your money in savings account, get and earn some interest. Wait for the right time, guys. Okay, so that's on triple Qs. Let's keep going to other sector. US 30, very bullish move. Looks like we bottomed already here. So we're expecting a bottom. Although I told you this green box is a buy zone, and now we're going higher. So it's possible we can go touch this resistance now around 34,378. US 2000 looks like it bottom already. And if you watch my video from yesterday, I told you this is a buy zone, massive move up, and I told you to buy this one. And today it closed about 200 SMA and 200 EMA. My target is at minimum 1900. So from today's close, it can happen very soon next week, around 3.6%. So it's possible, and Russell 2000 will have some more upside. Natural gas, I told you it's bottoming. 1 hour chart, you can see it try to break out today. If I hide this SMA line, you can see this is 1 hour chart. This is a trend line with bullish divergence on 1 hour chart, and it broke out, and then it came again. It's just back testing, just holding this trend line, not an impulsive breakdown. Okay, so it's possible we can have a gap up or a bullish move starting next week. So good time to, if you wanted to be sure, this is the time to buy on a back test. Okay, so this is the back test we are getting, and it's still hanging on there. It's not that bad. You can see what happened here. 1 hour we got down again, they pulled buyers bought it back, and now we're just hanging in there. So this is perfect time to buy natural gas for the upside move. Let's go to dollar. 1 hour chart. Dollar was up, and that put some pressure on gold. So again, but I'm looking for this bounce to fail, looking for lower prices. Gold is down again. It sold from the sell zone. I had this marked before, and I told you yesterday I'm taking all the profits from gold and gold miners, and that was a good decision. Now it's going down. This is the buy zone around 1899, so I'm looking for a little bit more lower prices. Now it's coming on this trend line, this white line. It's right on this trend line, so it's possible it can hold there for a bit, but eventually I will be buying around 1900. So I'm looking for a little bit more downside on gold before I go long. Silver, same thing. It touched this sell zone, now going lower. So looking for lower prices around 22 bucks is my target on silver. And let's keep moving. Oil, again, it's bouncing. If you see nothing changed, this bounce will fail. Looking for lower prices on oil. Bitcoin, very, very bad chart. Market is at new all-time highs. Bitcoin is not able to. Bitcoin is struggling. So I have a bad news for you guys. I think Bitcoin might have seen the top this year. So even if we get a bounce, that bounce will fail to get lower prices. So looking for lower prices, eventually this bounce will fail, and I think eventually we're going to go lower. So very, very sad chart on Bitcoin. Ethereum, same thing. I think the top is in. I don't think we're going to touch and hit that top anytime soon. So I think most likely it's going to go like this, maybe a little bit bounce and then go lower. Sad news, guys. Wheat bouncing again on this bullish wedge, looking for a breakout any day, any moment. Uh, copper looking really nice, looking for this bottom to happen very soon in next couple of days to a week or two. And you can buy JJC to trade copper. Palladium looking like oh, it broke out, so very good sign. If I look at 1 hour chart, you can see it broke out, came back for back test. So if I really try to make this a bit better, so if I want to draw this line a bit nicely, you can see if I take this top, you can see nicely how nicely this one is this acted up. Okay, it broke out, came for a back test, and now it's going higher. So this is a perfect time to go into Palladium. Okay, you can see what happened. Prices were going lower, bullish momentum on PPO and RSI, and we had a breakout, and now we back tested, and now we're going higher. So I think this looks like bottom is in on Palladium. So look to buy, guys. Palladium looking very nice. TNX rates are going higher, so it's very surprising. Rates are going higher, and Nasdaq is also going higher. It's contradicting. So we're looking for higher prices. If market going to go down, it's going to go higher. PFIXs you can buy to trade mortgage rates. Bonds are going lower. So you can see this top, now it's going to cool down a bit. So looking for lower prices on bonds. This could be the top. Looking for equal lows or lower low in bond. So I think this is almost done now. So this is pretty much like this. Yeah. And let's look at other sectors. Let's look at energy sector, probably still bouncing, another gap. Did it fill this gap? Let's go to 1 hour chart and see if it filled this gap. It did not. Gap up, another gap down. So maybe it will fill this gap and then come down. So, but I'm very bearish on energy this year. Utilities, let's see, it's still not able to go above this trend line. So wait for this utility to go above, and still there's a gap. So as soon as it closes above this trend line, that's a buy signal. But again, it's in a buy zone. You can see it's very close. Utilities is the other sector you can buy. It's very close to the bottom. XLV, healthcare, looks like it closed some gaps here. You can get rid of this gap then. This gap is done. Gapped up. So it looks like utilities is the best sector, still a bit down. You can buy that. XLV, I think a little bit more upside. This is going to drive S&P higher, 500 a bit higher. So it's possible this bottom is in here. So like this. Now we're going higher before we cool down. So this is what I'm looking for. Like it looks like we always have to adjust as new prices come in, as new data come in. Financials looks like it's going to have a little bit of more upside. Okay, little bit of more upside, gap below, gap up, and then eventually going to go lower. Industrial, very bullish move. There's a gap down. Again, it can go touch all-time highs. That's possible. But looks like the bottom is in here. So looking for higher prices, but eventually it's going to go lower later on this year. It's going to go like that. Real estate, all sectors are pumping today, guys. All sectors are pumping. So looks like this bottom, we are a bit like the cycle was a bit off. So now looks like we're going higher. Let's look at some tech stocks. Gold miners going lower. Again, it's in the sell zone and now going lower. Anywhere below 29.16, I'm looking to buy. That's gold miner. And Tesla keep going higher, guys. Keep ramping higher in a parabolic manner. So I'm not interested in buying Tesla here. It broke out of this previous resistance, which is very good news for the bulls. But again, I need some cool down, guys. You can see 1 hour chart gap up again here, and there's a massive gap here around 161. Then there's another gap here below around 140. So these gaps will be filled. I just don't know when, but I'm not interested in buying Tesla right now. Apple, another new high, 0.48%. Still divergence on PPO. RSI is also a little bit of divergence. Looking for lower prices. Google not able to go higher. And you can see what happened. We had a cross, green line went below a red line. And also we have a red signal here. So looking for lower prices. Microsoft was up. No divergence on RSI. PPO slight divergence, but looking for some cool down, guys. I'm not going for this parabolic. Any of the tech stocks, Not looking to buy. Snowflake, for no reason it's going higher. Is there any reason it's going higher? I don't know. There's no reason. Had terrible earnings. They said future is bad, still pumping high for no reason, guys. I have no idea why it's pumping, but looking for lower prices on Snowflake. Eventually, this pump will fail. Meta flat, multiple gaps, looking for lower prices. Amazon up 1%. Looks like a rejection candle here, and it filled this gap, so you can get rid of this. But I think it gapped up. Let's see 1 hour chart. It did gap up, so we have to add another gap here. So let's add a gap here like this. So gap here, now it's going, should be going down to fill these gaps. Netflix down 6%. This gap, multiple gaps, looking for them to fill. NVDA, no reason to get bullish, looking for this gap to fill. AMD, same thing. AMD is looking bad, looking for these gaps to fill. Baba went up very higher and looks like it filled this gap, so you can get rid of this. So I think it can go down now to fill this bottom gap. So be mindful of that. Disney is in the buy zone. I told you guys from a couple of days ago. Very good time to buy Disney. 1 hour chart. You can see there's a gap here. You can fill this gap, horizontal line. This gap can come back to fill this gap before it goes higher. So it's quite possible. Nike again gapped up. Eventually these gaps will be filled. So it came in the buy zone, gap up. So we're going to have a line here. So we know that there's a gap and we got to be aware that it can come down to fill this gap before going higher. So be mindful of that. But it doesn't have to fill now. You can see Nike here, massive gap up, never filled. So we'll see. And I think that's about it, guys. Canadian sectors are looking nice. All banks are taking a bit. National Bank is taking a huge bit. Covered last two candles, looking very bullish. I think I'm still looking for some bargain hunting in Canadian banks. BNS, I'm going to make this red. This looks nice. CIBC, 3.5%. Up. BMO looks nice. It's not up that much. TD looks nice. It's down too much. And Royal Bank also is not bad. So I'm looking to buy. Actually, Royal Bank is looking the best. Actually, it's down most. So maybe I'm going to buy Royal Bank of Canada. And TD also looks nice. Also, dividends will be coming soon. So yeah, so these banks are not bad. And CM is also not bad, actually. National Bank is the only bank which is looking really to the top. But all of these 5 banks are looking still all right. CP Rail, this is also looking good. If you want to buy, there's dividend coming very soon. CNR Rail, also not bad. It's also looking. Enbridge also, again, massive move up, so not interested in Enbridge. Pizza, you can look, it's looking very nice. Keep going high. It provides monthly dividends. Sorry, monthly dividends. But there's some divergence on PPO and RSI, so I'll wait for it to cool down. And then the sector TSX capped up, going higher, looking for some lower prices. I'm not interested to buy TSX right now. Okay, that's it, guys. If you're still here, on your way back, please hit the like button. I will really appreciate it. And I wish you all a great weekend and enjoy with your friends and family. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.